Alex Pereira just posted a picture with Dana White and wrote, "Looks like the White House is a no-go. The UFC's been talking about doing an event at the White House, and Pereira's post suggests he won't be part of it. We don't know the full story yet, why he's out or what changed, but Putin's making it clear the White House isn't happening for him." The UFC's planning this historic event for June 2026 at the White House, and Pereira was reportedly pushing for a super fight against Jon Jones there. But Dana White's made it clear he doesn't trust Jones to show up for the event, which probably ended Pereira's chances of getting on the card. No Jon Jones fight means no White House for Poton. Khabib posted a video of himself swimming against the current in a 9-degree river in Dagestan, just casually fighting the flow like it's a warm-up. That's Khabib being Khabib. Most people wouldn't last 10 seconds, he's out there doing it for fun. Alexander Volkanovski got Israel Adesanya to do the intro for his cooking show, and Izzy delivered. He called Volk the greatest featherweight of all time, and himself the greatest middleweight ever. Just two legends hyping each other up.
And now, presenting Cooking with Volk and Izzy, Volkanovski, the 145-pound champion, greatest featherweight of all time. And then, Israel Adesanya, greatest middleweight of all time, cooking with Izzy and Volk. Volk and Izzy, let's go.
Paddy Pimblett said the only submissions he'd ever tap to are an armbar or a Kimura if his arm's about to snap. His logic is simple. You wake up 10 seconds after getting choked out, so why tap? That's the Paddy mentality right there. Tom Aspinall explained to Tommy Fury that MMA fighters use 4-ounce gloves, and Tommy was stunned. In boxing, he's wearing 10 or 16-ounce gloves with tons of padding, but in MMA, 4 ounces, basically nothing. Tom told him there's almost no protection between your fist and someone's skull. You could see it click for Tommy. He said it makes total sense now why one punch in MMA can shut everything down. Way less padding, way more impact. And here's a wild one. An ex-UFC fighter just got arrested with nearly $2 million worth of illegal substances. This is being called a major bust. We're not naming names yet because details are still coming out, but this is serious. $2 million worth of that stuff isn't a mistake, that's a choice. We'll keep you updated as more comes out. If you're enjoying this, go ahead and hit that like button. Ilia Topuria just released an official statement explaining why he's stepping away from defending his title, and it's serious. He's been dealing with threats and extortion attempts. Someone's been pressuring him with threats to spread false domestic abuse allegations unless he pays them money. Topuria says these allegations are completely made up. He has proof to back this up. Audio recordings, messages, witness statements, and videos. He's given everything to the authorities and is taking legal action for extortion, falsification of evidence, and threats. He stayed quiet at first to protect his kids, but now he's addressing it publicly. He won't make any more statements while the legal case plays out. What started as a divorce has turned into something way more serious. This one's in the hands of the courts now. Ilia Topuria gave his blessing to the Gaethje Pimblett fight. He thinks it's deserving, but he said something way more interesting about what happens if Gaethje actually wins. Here's what Topuria told the media. Really, if Justin wins, the UFC has different plans that I can't talk about at this moment, so there's something cooking behind the scenes. Whatever the UFC has lined up for Gaethje, it's clearly bigger than we think. But that's not all Topuria said. He actually showed Paddy Pimblett a ton of respect, which nobody saw coming. After all the back and forth, after the tweets about Georgia, Ilia went out of his way to praise him. He said, "I always said he looked like someone who's a super entertaining guy who did a super job. He had his slips with a tweet that he made about Georgia. But I think we all learn from our mistakes. But deep down I noticed that he is a person that understands family problems, respects it." That's pretty mature from Topuria. He's acknowledging the beef, but also giving Paddy his flowers. He sees him as entertaining and someone who values family. This rivalry might not be as toxic as it looks. Paddy thinks Topuria might have to vacate if he's out until summer. Paddy said, if he doesn't come back by June, July, he might have to vacate his belt and I'll become undisputed champ without even fighting. Paddy's math makes sense. Topuria won the lightweight title in June 2025. If he's out until June or July 2026, that's a full year without defending. The UFC usually doesn't let champions sit that long. Let's talk about Arman because this story's got everyone talking. Dana White addressed what's going on with him and he made it clear they haven't cut him and they're not sideways with him. But then Dana said something that stood out. Listen to this.
What does he have to do, right? Obviously he is ranked #1.
He's here. You know what I didn't do? We haven't cut him. We're not sideways with him. We don't dislike him.
I'm sure he's aware of where you feel about it right now as well.
Yeah, well, listen, it is what it is. It's not like I've confronted Arman and you know, yeah. Arman's a man. He knows how this played out. He knows how this all went down behind the scenes. He knows.
That last line says everything. Arman knows exactly what he did wrong. Dana's not yelling about it publicly, but behind closed doors, there's clearly a conversation that happened. Arman pulled out of the title fight, and now he has to rebuild some trust. Paddy Pimblett had zero sympathy for Arman, though. He absolutely tore into him. This is what he said. Arman he just talks a big game, and he dug his own grave and pulled out of a title fight. He thinks that because his dad's a millionaire, he can pay his way into things like this. It doesn't work like that with the UFC. Sit down, shut up, and do what you're told. Paddy didn't hold back at all. He called out Arman's wins, questioned his record, and even brought his family's money into it. Paddy's point is simple, though. Arman had the title shot, backed out the night before, and now wants special treatment. That's not how this works. Henry Cejudo gave his take too, and he was way more diplomatic about it. He said he gets why Dana didn't give Arman the title shot, because when the UFC needed him to fight, he wasn't there. Cejudo's advice for Arman is to fight as much as possible and rebuild his stock. That's the path back. Manel Kape knocked out Brandon Royval in the first round at UFC Vegas 112, and now he's coming for the flyweight title. Kape caught Royval with the right hand and finished him in just over 3 minutes. After the win, he called out the new champion Joshua Van, and he didn't hold back. In his own words,
the champ hasn't said anything on...
He's scared already. He's scared. He know he's about to go down, you know? He know. He didn't say anything because he know I'm about to go down and I'm coming hard. 2026, I'm coming very hard. You know, I'm coming with a lot of investments, a lot of sponsors. You know, I'll be more ready. You know, I'll be more ready. I'll be more sharp. I'll be very focused. I will not have time to do distractions, you know, in my life. I will eat, sleep, and thinking about him every day, believe me, every day. Till I'm taking that gold, I'm going to think about him every day. And he's going to sleep and dream about me. I'm going to be the worst nightmare he's going to have in his life because I'm about to go down.
That's the kind of intensity that gets attention. Van responded on social media saying, "Let's run it, talk is cheap," and wants to fight in Houston, his home city. Both guys are ready to make it happen. The UFC might send Van to Japan to fight Tatsuro Taira instead, but Kape's making it hard to ignore him. First round knockout over a former title challenger, and now he's living rent-free in the champion's head. On top of all this, Islam Makhachev just dropped some news that should worry the welterweight division. He went up to 170, fought 5 rounds, and now he feels confident he can hang with anyone at that weight. Speaking to the media, he explained, "I wasn't sure about my conditioning for 5 rounds, that's why I felt some tension. Now I know I can fight 5 rounds with anybody. I'll take more risks and fight a different fight." Islam's already a double champ and the P4P #1. Now he's confirmed his gas tank works at 170, he's ready to take bigger risks up there. The entire welterweight division just got put on notice. Nasruddin Imavov wants the middleweight title, but the path isn't straightforward. Khamzat Chimaev just won the belt, but he already said 2 things. First, he doesn't want to fight Imavov because they've trained together. Second, he only plans to defend the belt 1 time before moving up to light heavyweight. So Imavov's looking at other options. This is what he said: "All I want from the beginning is not to face Khamzat, it's to take the UFC belt. If it's not Khamzat, then it's not Khamzat." In February, there's Strickland versus Hernandez, and I believe the winner will be Strickland, so this could be a fight for the belt. Here's the play. Sean Strickland fights Anthony Hernandez in February. If Strickland wins big, maybe he gets that 1 title shot against Khamzat. But if Khamzat skips Imavov and moves up to light heavyweight like he says he will, then the belt becomes vacant. And that's when Imavov could fight Strickland for the empty title. Imavov's not chasing one person, he's chasing the belt no matter how he gets there. Dricus du Plessis just gave his take on the middleweight division, and he's not wrong. The division's a mess right now. Nobody's winning consistently, which makes it hard to figure out who deserves a title shot. Here's what he said.
I heard Strickland say that he's fighting Hernandez. That'll be an amazing fight, because Strickland, to get down is one thing, to keep him there, he's really good at that. Yeah. Imavov's getting the title shot. I think that's the only thing that really makes sense now, is Imavov getting that shot at the belt. But I think it's going to be an interesting fight. I think Khamzat wins that fight for sure. And as for myself, like I said, I don't really know. The whole division's been mixed up. You know, when you have Imavov and Kape fighting, these 2 guys emerge as potential contenders. The winner there is the contender. Yeah. Not a great fight, in my opinion. Yeah. You know, those 2 guys stood there, and there was moments of brilliance, make no mistake. And I rated Kape. I picked him to win that fight. Yeah. But it's on the night he just didn't show up. Well done to Imavov for winning that fight. I mean, he did what he had to do, but yeah, I mean, right now, you don't have anybody who's consistently winning. And that's the problem. How do you pick a contender? You have guys that fight 2 great fights, 1 terrible one. Yeah. The consistency isn't there, but there's so many good fighters. It's just a consistency. So
Dricus thinks Nasruddin Imavov's getting the title shot against Khamzat, which makes sense. He also mentioned Strickland versus Hernandez is going to be a great fight because getting Strickland down is one thing, but keeping him there is what Hernandez does best. As for Dricus himself, he wants to return in late March or early April 2026. He told the UFC first quarter works, but he needs a couple weeks off before camp, so end of March or beginning of April is the target. The former champ's ready to get back in there. Justin Gaethje knows this is the end of the road for him, and he's making it count. He's fighting Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title at UFC 324, and Gaethje's not treating this like just another fight. This is his last shot. Here's what he said.
I'm very excited for this opportunity. This is I'd be foolish to think that this is the beginning of my career. This is my last chance, and this opportunity to finish my career off the way that I want to is everything that I could ask for. I fight Paddy for the interim championship, win that, and then I get to fight Ilia. And Ilia, right now is the baddest man, in my division, and some consider, across the board. So what an opportunity to finish this career off exactly how I've fought the whole time. It's impossible to be perfect every time, and so the challenge right now is for me to be perfect for 25 minutes and 7 weeks from now. And I've gone through a lot of experiences and I've learned a lot of things, and I know how to do that, and now I just have to trust my intuition and my body to put me in that position, and ultimately the preparation is going to give me the confidence.
Gaethje's laying it all out there. Beat Paddy, get the title shot against Topuria, possibly fight at the White House card, and ride off into the sunset. He knows he needs to be perfect for 25 minutes against Paddy. At this stage of his career, Gaethje's not looking for close decisions. He wants the knockout, the statement win, and one more shot at gold before he's done. That's a hell of a way to go out. And over in PFL, AJ McKee versus Adam Borics is set for the co-main event in Madrid. This is a really solid matchup. Both guys came from Bellator. Both are high-level featherweights with serious skills. McKee's a former champion with slick submissions. Borics is always dangerous and can finish fights. This one should deliver. PFL's building something interesting with these cards. So we've got Topuria dealing with serious legal issues, Gaethje making his final run, the White House card without Pereira, and divisions all over the place trying to figure out who's next. Islam's taking over welterweight, Kape's hunting for gold at flyweight, and the middleweight division's a complete mess. It's chaos in the best way possible. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. See you in the next one.